Hi, my name is Michelle with Silver Lining Daydreams, and in today's video I would like to share with you tips for 21 days to start to declutter your home. So we'll start with something a little bit easier, and the first thing will be your refrigerator and your freezer. So first thing you're going to want to do is to take everything out of your fridge, and you're going to want to get rid of anything that's spoiled or expired. You might have some things in your fridge or freezer that you just don't care for anymore, and that's fine. You can give that to some friends or family, see if they might enjoy that. And if it's unopened, you can donate it to a food pantry. And when you're all done with that, you're going to want to put everything, wipe down the jars and anything else that you're going to put back in there, and then make sure that you put everything back in an organized fashion. On day 2, we'll tackle the pantry or the food cabinet. So it's very similar to how you did the refrigerator and the freezer. You're going to want to take everything out, look for anything that's expired or things that you just don't care for anymore, and you can either get rid of it or donate it, give it to some friends. We all have spices that we keep around just in case, but if you're not going to use it, then just give it to somebody that will use it. Donate any extra food that you have in there that sounded like a good idea when you were in the grocery store, but you changed your mind once you got home, or maybe you bought 2 boxes of something, you tried it, you didn't care for it, so you have this other box that's perfectly good. Donate that to a food pantry. Then you're going to want to clean everything out, and when you put things back in the pantry, put it back in again in an organized fashion. So you're going to want all of your savory spices together, all of your baking goods together, cereal all together, canned goods, glass jars, so that when you're going to look for something, you can find it easily. It's not like haphazard all over the place. And it also helps with meal planning. On day 3, we're going to have you work on your kitchen cabinets and kitchen drawers. So only work on one drawer or one cabinet at a time. Don't take everything out unless you're really ambitious and you can do everything in the kitchen in one day. That would be awesome. But if you can't, that's okay. Just take things a little slowly. So you're going to want to, let's say you're working on the cupboards that hold your dishes. So take everything out, wash it all down, and then when you have it out, lay it out on the countertop or on the kitchen table and decide what things you actually have. Sometimes you'd be really surprised. So you're going to want to get rid of anything that is chipped or broken, or sometimes people will have plasticware that's all stained from spaghetti sauce or something like that. Get rid of that stuff. Just keep things that are nice and that are usable. You're going to want to donate any duplicates that you have. After you're done with that portion of it, then you're going to want to go through and pick out your favorite things. I have a favorite couple of cups that I like to go for when I drink my coffee. I have a spatula that I like to use, when I'm making pancakes or something like that. I have my favorites that I always go to, and then the rest of it, just take it out of the drawer, out of the cabinet, and you can either donate it or pack it away into like a maybe box. Another thing, just for a month, just try to put back in your cupboards dishes for 1 day's worth for your family. So if you are a family of 4, typically a family of 4 will go through like 8 plates, maybe 4 bowls, and 4 to 8 cups in 1 day. So just keep that in there. Don't have extras of everything. Pack it in a box and just set it aside and just try it for 1 month. You'd be surprised at how much less you'll be doing dishes, because what the tendency is, and I've said this before, I know, but the tendency is if there's a stack of 12 plates in the cupboard, the person will, and myself included, they'll take out a plate before they'll wash it. So pretty soon you have a stack of 12 plates, you have a stack of 12 bowls, 12 salad plates or small plates, 15 cups because everybody wants a new cup when they get something, new to drink. It's just stuff like that. You would be surprised at how much more time you'll have because you're not going to be doing a stack full of dishes for an hour and a half. You're also going to want to organize your junk drawer. So in there, try to decide, just keep things in there that actually belong there. A lot of times if you just put bins in there to help to organize and separate things out, it stays cleaner because everything has a place and you know where it goes when you need to put it away. And then if it's not like in that spot, you know when things aren't put away properly. So in your junk drawer, you're going to have a spot for everything, paper clips, whatever else that you keep in your junk drawer. Some people keep batteries in there, a variety of things. So just have it organized, and it doesn't have to be excessive. If there's something in there that doesn't belong in there, like your sunglasses, or I've seen people have documents in their junk drawer. I've seen, just so many different things in your junk drawer. Just clean it out, organize it, put the other things where they belong. So if everything has a spot where it belongs, that's going to help you with your decluttering and also just keeping everything clean and tidy. On day 4, you're going to go through your cleaning products. Most things can be cleaned using just a little vinegar, water, and maybe some essential oils. But use up what you have, things that are working for you. You don't have to have this whole array of cleaning products. A lot of things can be used multi-purpose. I use a few more things than just the vinegar and water, but do what works for you. One tip I would say is to put everything in a bin, and you can keep it under your cupboard or wherever you keep your cleaning supplies, and then that way it keeps everything contained and it looks nice and neat and tidy, and you know where everything is when you need it. On day 5, we're going to tackle the medicine cabinet. So you're going to want to, again, take everything out, wipe it all down, and check expiration dates on your over-the-counter medications. You're going to want to take out any old prescriptions in there that you don't need those sitting around anymore. In our area, we can take it to the pharmacy and they'll dispose of it safely. If you have several different bandages, I suggest just putting them all into one box, or you can make a first aid kit. That way you have everything that you need all in one space. A lot of times we keep some extra supplements or something like that that we ended up just not needing or not using. If it's not expired, find somebody that can use it, a friend or a family member that might want it and try it. Otherwise, just get rid of it. If you're not using it, purge it. On day 6, we're going to tackle beauty products. If you haven't used something in 6 months, chances are you're probably not going to use it. Go ahead and give it to somebody that might. If they find value in it, give it to them. You'll go through all of your perfume, skincare products, hair care products, lotions, everything. If you're not using it, just donate it to somebody that can. Now, I know that self-care is important, but it doesn't do anybody any good sitting in a drawer, and then every time you open that drawer or that cabinet, it makes you feel bad because you didn't use it. You spent good money on it and you didn't use it. Go ahead and give it to somebody that can use it, or that appreciates it, or has time for it. Don't just have it sitting in there just hoarding it. On day 7, we'll tackle linens. So take out all of your washcloths, all of your towels, hand towels, all of that stuff, and then look through it. Donate anything that is really tattered or maybe too stained, and see what you have left. Maybe it's been a while since you've treated yourself to towels. Treat yourself to some towels, even if it's from Target or TJ Maxx or something like that. So all you need for towels is, washcloths and towels, is 2 per person. You don't need to have, again, a ton of towels for everybody. You just need 2. That's it. So it's not going to cost a whole lot if you do end up treating yourself. You do want to save just a few of your old towels for spills, maybe 2 or 3 of them, if you have any spills or washing the car or something like that. Next, for linens, we're going to tackle the sheets, blankets, mattress pads. So take everything out of the closet again, and just really look at it. And if there's things that are stained or tattered, donate them. And you only need 1 to 2 sets per bed. You don't need to have, you know, 3 sets every bed. You're only using 1 at a time. As far as blankets, it really depends on where you live. We live in Wisconsin and it gets very cold here. So in the winter time, we have a comforter and then a medium weight blanket that we keep on our bed. And in the summertime, we have just a lightweight quilt. On day 8, let's tackle furniture. Purge anything that is broken or you just don't like it anymore. You're better off living with fewer pieces, you know, fewer tables, fewer chairs, you know, something like table lamps, you know, whatever it is. You're better off just living with less things, but the things that you do have, you really, really love. On day 9, we're going to go through knickknacks that are on shelves and tabletops. So what I'd like for you to do is just clear everything off on all of your shelves, all of your tablecloths or tabletops, and put it all into one spot. And then what I want you to do is to choose out your favorite things, you know, don't do it like, oh, this I can get rid of, this is something I can get rid of. Just choose your favorites. It's a different way of thinking and it really is beneficial to try it. So you're going to choose all of your favorites, and when you put the things that are your favorites back, you're going to put things back intentionally and things that add value to the room. Just because something fits or something matches doesn't mean that it adds value to the room. You know, when it comes to knickknacks and decorations, less is definitely more. Day 10, we're going to tackle purses or wallets. So just dump everything out, all of the contents onto the counter, and go through it. You're going to toss any of the junk, put the coins and the cash where that belongs, and then use any gift cards that you have in there. You'd be surprised what ends up getting lost in there. And then if you do this once a week, it's very, very helpful and it's easier to keep up on. Day 11 is for accessories. So watches, sunglasses, belts, purses, scarves, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So take everything out, pick out your favorites, the ones that you actually use, and then not just the ones that you want to use. Oh, I want to wear this scarf with something, or this belt is really cute and I might use it someday. If you're not using it and you haven't found the time or the right outfit to use it, you're probably not going to, and that's okay. Just donate it, give it to somebody that can use it and that'll find value in it. Day 12 is shoes. So you're going to want to purge everything that is either uncomfortable or that's worn out, or ones that you never end up wearing because it doesn't fit your style. And that's okay. Just purge it, get rid of them. I have 2 pairs of tennis shoes, and one of them is too big and the other one is too small. So what I need to have is just one that fits just right, and then get rid of the other 2. Have it go to somebody that can actually use them and that fit them well. If you have shoes that you're still on the fence about, that's okay. Just put them in a box and put the date on it, today's date on it, or the day that you actually end up doing this, and put a date on it, pack them away. And if you haven't gone to that box in 6 months to retrieve that shoe, you know, maybe it's for a wedding or, you know, a race or something else like that, keep the shoes that you're actually using and that you have value in, but donate the rest of them. Day 13 is for clothes. Now this can be a whole video all in and of itself, but real briefly, what you're going to want to do is go through your clothes one category at a time. Pull out your tops, your sweaters, coats, bottoms, dresses, just everything, but just one category at a time. And it's really important, try on each piece. Even if you think that it fits or you think you like it, you would be surprised. This is very, very powerful in helping you make that decision. Try each piece on. How do you feel when you have it on? Does it make you feel good? Does it still fit? Does it still fit your style? And if it doesn't, donate it. Just, you know, purge those things out of there. Just keep what you really love, what you really, really like. Make 3 piles for your clothes. You have a yes, no, or a maybe. And then when you have all of your maybes, just put those in a box and label it with today's date on there, and then just stash it away for a little bit. If you haven't gone to retrieve anything out of there in 3 to 6 months, chances are you're not even going to miss it if you donate it and give it to somebody else that can find value in it. If you still have things in that maybe box that you're still not quite sure on, even though it's been 6 months, that's okay. Just keep that. There should only be just a handful of things left in that that you're still undecided on. But every 6 months or so, or when the season changes twice a year, go through all of your clothes just like that again, and go through those things that you weren't ready to get rid of yet. Day 14 is for magazines and subscriptions, if you still get magazines and subscriptions. But so if you receive something and you haven't read the article or read through the magazine in that first month, chances are you're not going to. And at that point, you really have to decide, is this something you should even keep your subscription with? So just reevaluate. Most things you can find online or at your local library. On day 15, we're going to look at CDs and DVDs. So if you're not watching it or you're not listening to it, donate it. Most things you're able to find online, and you don't even need to store that. If you have a special movie that you watch every Christmas, keep it. It's still adding value. Day 16 is old and unused electronics. You know, the ones that you have sitting around. That goes for old chargers as well. So if you're not using it, lose it. Don't keep things around, oh, just in case. Or, oh, somebody might need a charger. Let them worry about having a charger for their phone or for their laptop or something like that. You just keep things that you're actually using and donate the rest. Day 17, receipts, bills, and documents. This is another one that can be just a whole video in and of itself. But in a nutshell, you're going to want to have a designated spot for bills so that they don't get lost. And if you can pay them right away when they come in, that's the best, it's the easiest. Have your receipts in one area, either in a box or in a Ziploc bag or something like that. So if you do need to have that receipt, you need to return something or something like that, you know exactly where to go and have that in a designated spot. Your documents, you're going to want those in a nice secure area and have them organized so that it's easy to find what you need when you need it. When you are putting these things together and organizing everything, don't make it too complicated. If it is, oftentimes we just don't keep up on it when it's too complicated. Make it as easy as possible, what works for you and for your family. Another thing on this line is to take care of mail when it comes in. You can, when you go to the mailbox and you bring everything in, if you're not going to use it, and if you want to look through maybe a flyer or there's junk mail in there, just put it in the recycling right away. If it's an invitation for a wedding or a shower or something like that, either put it up on your refrigerator. What I like to do is I like to take a picture of it and then I save it in a special folder on my phone so that it's always accessible. Put it in your calendar or in your date book right away so you know when everything is. Day 18 is an easy one. It's for stationery, pens, office supplies. So you're going to want to gather everything together, like things again, together, and remove any old pens or old pencils that don't work anymore. Just get rid of them. Don't keep putting them back. With notebooks, if you have some that have pages that are already used up but you don't need those anymore, just tear them out, and then that way when you go to use your notebook, it has nice clean paper in there and it's usable. You're going to want to keep these things in, again, a designated area so that when you need a pen or you need a piece of scrap paper or something like that, you know where to go for it and it'll be there when you need it. Day 19 is hobbies. So be realistic with these hobbies. If you are using something, if you're actively pursuing a hobby, get rid of all the junk, kind of weed out all the junk that we all accumulate with it, and keep the rest. If you're pursuing it, keep it. If it's adding value, keep it. But if you're not pursuing it and you're not using something, then donate it to somebody that is. It's okay. We all grow, we all change, we all move on. Day 20 is for your vehicles. Bring a garbage bag out there and also another bag to retrieve things that don't belong out there. You know, a cup, a plate, maybe a hat, or you know, something like that. So just go through your vehicle, check underneath your seats, in the console, in the glove compartment, in the trunk, you know, in the doors. Just go through everything, take out all the junk, take out everything else that doesn't belong in there. And then also, if you have stuff that's in your trunk or the back seat of your car that you haven't, you know, taken to the donation center or to a resale shop or something like that, just make the time and just do that. Just go and do that on day 20 and take care of it. Don't have it sitting in the back of your trunk just riding around with you. Just vacuum everything out and then just wipe everything down and you have a nice clean vehicle again. Day 21, you made it to the end. So on day 21, we can tackle the holiday decor. Go through all of your holiday decor, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, fall, Easter, you know, whatever it is that you decorate for. Go through everything now before the stress and the emotion of the holiday comes upon you. You're going to want to go through everything, and if something is broken or you just don't typically use it, or it's just unloved, just get rid of it. Take care of it now. Kind of thin all that out, weed it out. You know what you typically use and what you don't use. And then once that holiday rolls around again and you're decorating the house and you're putting everything up, then go through it again. Either use it or lose it. That's a great time. And donate it right away. Don't pack it away again until the following year. Just get it out of the house. And that's it. 21 days to a more minimal and clutter-free life. I hope that you found this video helpful and encouraging. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. And thanks for watching.